Well, hello again. It's been a while, isn't it? Denise and I were in Singapore last week, so we got a double episode this week to catch up on 2 big weeks of Survivor. So, if we remember back to the start of episode 3 at Yanu camp, the girls had to explain to Banu what the story was with Jess's fake idol, and he felt on the outs compared to the other 3. This set the tone for the next 2 episodes. Desperate and lonely Banu, just not a very good player. Side note, is it me or is Jeff appearing in the opening credits still a very rare thing? Back at Sega, Jem finds the beware advantage but waits till everyone's asleep to hunt at the spot. She finds the box and then, in a brilliant piece of gameplay, decides to hide it. At Nami, Hunter is building a bed for himself. That's the thing which I think might come back to bite him later. Randon has a hard time sleeping, waking up with nerve pain on his right side. But then we get into the immunity and the reward challenge. So the first prize is a toolkit and tarp. Player of the match was Hunter for really pulling it in for Nami. Second prize is a small toolkit and tarp. And I haven't even changed the animations from the last 2 weeks because Nami comes in first, Sega comes in second. But then we have a journey, and Liz, Ben, and Banu go off, and they are met with this little challenge where they have to draw rocks, and it is Ben versus Banu to potentially win an advantage. They go off, and they're both completely helpless. They both lose their votes. And of course, they go back to their camps and totally lie about what actually happened. He doesn't want to say, Ben doesn't want to say that he lost the challenge because he doesn't want to say he hasn't got a vote. He says he won't know until the next challenge, which, kind of washes. Banu just tries to lie and doesn't do a good job at all because that's just him. But he does tell Q that he lost his vote, and Q works on Tiffany to vote Kenzie out. Back at Nami, Jeff and Dr. Will arrive to give Randon the once-over, and unfortunately Randon gets pulled due to a trapped nerve in the neck, and he becomes the 16th person out. And at Yanu, Jeff visits and tells them the news that there'll be no trouble tonight. Now, major thing has just happened. Denise has become the first player to bail out with both of her players gone by episode 3. In stark contrast to season 45, when she had the first out but then won with her other pick, so she was the sole survivor. So this is quite the reversal of fortunes for Denise. There we go. Let's get into the fact that there was also the medevac happening, and just like last season, we had a medevac alliance. Now, Andrea actually found this advantage because she picked Soda, who was randomly picked by a secret wheel of Jeff. So had the potential to win up to $40. She had to pick someone else to conspire with and show them this advantage, and together they had to agree on the 2 players in our game who are most likely to have the first castaway to be medically evacuated from the game, and they stood to win up to $40 as a consequence. Andrea chose to conspire with Liam, and they both thought that Amanda and myself had the player that would most likely be medevaced out. They were wrong. So that $40 can still do some good and offer some first aid. Just like last season, at the end of the season, after the finale, we'll be spinning for rocks. We'll be spinning rocks to find out who will get their potentially up to $40 back. If you haven't won $40 in the course of the game, then you will be able to draw a rock and potentially get some money back. Okay, so that's going to happen at the end of the season. Let's move on to episode 4. Again, it's the Banu story. Banu confesses to Tiffany that he told the others on the journey that Kenzie is the mastermind and that Q and Tiffany are close, and he describes himself as the most helpless player of all time, and there are crickets. Don't touch the oven is Kenzie's way of describing Banu insofar as, you tell a kid, don't touch the oven, and what does the kid do? Touches the oven. Everyone says to Banu, don't tell everyone everything, don't blab, don't be too honest. Sure, I'm going to blab and be too honest. We get into the reward challenge. Oh yeah, that's right. Sega, the Brer advantage is found by Mariah, and all her group are around her, but Jem has already found it, so it's not really valid, and the box has been hidden. So that was really pretty cool. We get into the reward challenge next. The first prize, lots of fish. Second prize, some fish. And in a fantastic reversal of fortune, Yanu actually wins something. They get the fish, but they can't do anything with it because they haven't got flint. So they cash the fish in for their flint and some tarps and some supplies and stuff. So they don't get a good feed. Nami comes in second, they get some fish. Q coaches Banu on how to play the game and how not to give everything up and how to answer questions from Jeff, and Banu decides to ignore absolutely everything. We come into the immunity challenge, and it's rinse and repeat. We have Nami coming first, Sega coming second, and Yanu go back to Tribal Council. Banu has another meltdown, and the end of the episode is all about him trying to win the hearts. He said he wants to win 1 million hearts, not $1 million, so on and so forth. They don't even get to vote. He doesn't actually have a vote. It's just universally agreed and accepted. This is a sorry story. You're gone. And Banu becomes the 15th person out of the game. That's the end of his story. Some might be relieved. Let's get on next week to episode 5. Here's the money board. There's no changes. Bye.